Don't tag me. Hey everybody, sneak peek, sneak peek.
Yeah, can't tag you. Hey, make sure you give me one Joanne picture.
She is. I got everybody over mine.
There you go.
You guys ready?
Yes.
All right. 3, 2.
Welcome back. That was a little heated one, a little bit. I'm sorry I had to get in.
Y'all started sweating while y'all talking, but you know, I'm on the good side. I'm sorry.
Right. So just a little recap. Today we've been talking about relationships. We've talked about friendships, intimate relationships. We briefly touched on same-sex relationships. Of course, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy, that's what you do. And just be with somebody that loves you. We talked about the family dynamics. We got my mom here with my husband, so that's a whole different, you know. We got his sister.
This my partner. Y'all can say what y'all when we bump head. I win because mine
But we also had another special guest, Gwen Johnson, who's been married for 44 years. I said 30 plus, which it was 30 plus. I should have said 40 plus. But yeah, 44 years. So that was some great life experience, you know, and I think the secret to success in a marriage that we got from her. So we done talked about cheating, domestic violence.
Hold on, we have my beautiful little sister here with us today.
Yes, I'm sorry. She's sitting right next to me. I'm looking dead at her. I ain't even saying I'm so sorry, sis. Look, I'm sorry. Stephanie Nicole here. Look, shout out. Look. She gave some real good. Yeah, she very
I
smart.
gotta do it one more time. Mr. Legendary, made by Stephanie Nicole.
Unlimited expressions.
That's right. Unlimited urban expression, right? Or you took the urban out?
We're that's my DBA.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's still under urban, but to broaden my
Okay.
expansion of my business, I'm just gonna hit it with the urban expressions for business purposes. But when I do like my candles, it'll say unlimited expressions.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Can you please let everybody know about the pop-up shop?
Oh
real
yes,
quick?
the pop-up shop is July 10th between 2 and 5. So come and get your candles. They smell amazing. They are handmade by yours truly.
We always have one burning here.
I got something for the fellas. I have something for the ladies. You'll love it. We have candles. We have wax melts. I'll be adding other things to my line. Just come and check me out. And I'll be dropping the location on next week.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
And you also can come to my house and get Joanne's Junkie Lemonade.
You got junkie
One time you drink it, don't do it.
That's what I'm talking about. So, just to get back into it a little bit,
Right.
like we said, what all we've been talking about. Any other things that you think our viewers and listeners need to know as far as relationships? We got into the foundation, setting that good foundation for any relationship. It's not just intimate. Yes, the honesty and communicating.
And just making sure your friends first, making sure the relationship that you're in is beneficial on both sides. Always
keep it 100 on both
a
sides.
give and take. Yes, keep it 100 all the time.
And just because, you know, you in the marriage or in the relationship, you still can be friends.
Absolutely.
You know, because I'm not mad, you know, with your dad because, you know, our breakup. Because all marriages, you know, may not meant to be. You know, like I said, it wasn't his will. It may not have been that time, but during that time, I think there's a time to live. There's a time to breathe. There's a time. There's a season for everything.
Yes.
So my season, I feel as if, you know, I gave him some wisdom and knowledge to grow to make the next relationship.
See, I ain't doing that no more. See, that's I'm
You got to- I ain't going nowhere.
You have people
See,
that's
no.
online that's saying honesty, communication. are
see,
really
my
big
thing-
things in relationships.
I'm done with making someone better for the next person. You know what I mean? You know, we said,
to be honest, you know?
yeah.
You done, period. What you talking
That's
about?
what I'm saying.
That's right.
Period.
Yeah.
But you, I mean, well, I guess that's why I had, you know, it was time to go and get married because, you know, I'm not making someone else better, you know, better for the next one because that's not fair to me.
Right.
Because then I got to keep starting over and keep, you know, let me get this one ready. And then what he go do? He go over there and do the same thing.
Well, I had to look at it as, you know, the positive side. I didn't want to look at the negative.
Yeah.
Because, of course, when I got into that marriage, it was supposed to have been for a lifetime. Those vows meant something. But, like I said, it was his will to leave. He could have came back whenever. But I wasn't going to sit around and wait 5 and 10 years while he out there playing around and me pretending to be a wife.
Right.
It wasn't your
Forever.
purpose. It wasn't your
So there was, you know, a time that I had to say, well, hey, enough's enough. His actions is what I went by. Not his word, because he always said, you know, we were going to be. And then if we couldn't, at least be friends.
I like how you said before how you went to a friend and you spoke and you said let his will be done and pretty much you came back that same night and I remember you came back that same night and he left, you know. And I also remember my grandmother saying that she prayed saying remove,
Exactly.
you
That's
know,
what I wanted to get to.
and then he was dead. You know, so you do have to be careful
watch your
what you
words.
say. You know, and that's how we were saying when you're in a relationship and you keep talking about, oh, we gonna get a divorce or we're gonna break up. You keep speaking that, and that's what comes up, and that's what ended up happening. So for one, we have to get out of that mind frame of even talking negativity into our relationships.
Right.
Your words is powerful.
Right.
You know, stop. You know, stop calling people that's not friends your friend. Because then
telling them all your business.
Right. Keep some things to yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Some people will pray against you and they just because they're not in a relationship, and that goes back to the friendships of relationships. Everybody doesn't want to see you do well.
That's right.
And if you're in a relationship and they may not have a relationship, they want you to be lonely with them.
So you go hit the club with them.
It's some people that's like that. Now, I don't have any friends that's like that, so let me just
Right.
keep it 100. So nobody thinks that I'm talking about them. I love my friends. We give each other advice. But there are people that don't have your best interest at heart. So if you're going through something, they're going to give you the type of advice as saying you should leave,
right,
and just be in the streets. You know, it's fun outside for a minute, but at night it get real lonely, especially if you don't have anybody to actually have that bond with. You can be outside for a good little minute, and then you know you get lonely where you need someone to talk to or a shoulder to cry on. And the street's not gonna get it to you.
They sure not. It spit you up, chew you up, spit you out. You know, I like to also say that even with what you were saying, that's very true because you know, you do, you know, like it do get lonely at night. But even for those that's in an unhealthy relationship, it's best to be lonely. Instead of being in the bed with somebody that's cheating on you, beating you behind.
Feeling lonely.
Right. You know, and one thing that I've always said was, if you're not doing anything wrong, I shouldn't feel like you're doing anything wrong. You know, I shouldn't, you know, because we got people that just insecure. Right. But, you know, when he leaves the house, I don't be thinking, oh, he's finna go cheat. Oh, he's out here doing this.
Right.
Even if he told me he's finna be back in 15 minutes, he come back in an hour. My first thought isn't, you know, because I don't feel that way. He don't give me that feeling. He done called me already and said that. He done did that. You know, he done FaceTime me. So I don't feel that way. So, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're not doing it, I shouldn't feel that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's big to me. How you make me feel, that's big to me.
Absolutely.
You can say anything, you know. Like they said, hold dreams, tell her what she want to hear. You know, you can do that all day. You know, show me.
It's actions over words.
Yes,
and
definitely.
That as we're talking about relationships, friendships, and siblings, or whatever the dynamic of the relationship, it's open communication, honesty, loyalty. We're gonna say what is
knowing yourself.
Knowing yourself first, absolutely, and commitment
and respecting boundaries. to accept. Right.
Goes a long way. And
Right.
not just for men, but I mean for women, but for men as well.
Right. Because we got
Because
abusive women.
some men will just be with women because the way they look, you know, or what they can get from them, but they're truly not happy with the woman that they're with because they're not satisfying them mentally.
Right.
Just the physical, and that gets old.
It really
that
do.
that gets old.
Yeah.
We all want to feel good, but we also want to be loved in the inside for who we are and not just the outside. So that goes a long way too.
Yes, I like that today. So we're gonna be wrapping it up. So I do like, you know, how it went today, and I want to give a special thank you to Stephanie Nicole, to Joanne JJ Jones, to Gwen Johnson for coming here and blessing us with your knowledge and everything. Is greatly appreciated. Next week though, I want y'all to make sure y'all stay tuned, because next week we talking entertainment. And we're going to have some special guests on as well.
And next week's show is dedicated to one of my brothers. He lost his life last year. And
he was supposed to host our benefit
entertainment,
concert.
And he's supposed to host our benefit concert. So we're going to dedicate next week's show to Diesel, a.k.a.
Hell is you
What the hell is you doing?
That's my boy right there. We got what we got? I know we got Trap coming in.
We got Trap, we got Zemo, I think.
Chrissy Collins said she was coming.
Yeah, Chrissy said she was gonna come through.
We got it's like 2 or 3. Look, we got some guests, you know, that's gonna be here to grace y'all. We even talking about a little rap battle, so you know, definitely make sure y'all come on up. You know, stay tuned. Like I said, subscribe, and we'll give y'all a little sneak peek again next week. You know, but
All right.
you know, just come back with us and have fun.
It's been a pleasure. I
It's
really
been fun.
enjoyed
It's been a
it. I
pleasure,
really
and I can
thank
say,
you guys.
keep God in your life. Let God be in control of every situation, because He has been there with me and mine. And like I said, when that situation happened, I wasn't afraid, because you know, I was afraid to go and I'm trying to lose my train of thought. When I said, you know, Lord, let His will be done, I was afraid to say that. Because I knew that I was praying, you know, for a marriage.
Because you knew in your heart.
I knew in my heart, if I say, Lord, let His will be done, His will, He may be done, but you know what the Lord said? I got your back. You ain't got to worry about it. That's why when
we
went
say
back,
God, but it's, you know, some people that may be listening may not believe in God. They could say the universe. They call Him Allah. You know, my saying is, like I said, it don't matter what you call Him as long as you call Him. You know, you can call Him whatever you want. I call him Father God, the Father of Abraham, the Father of Isaac, the Father of Job. That's who my Father God is. You know, whoever yours is, you know, like you said, universe, or whoever you go to, you know, medicine, whatever it is, you know, call on them and get that strength from them, you know, because just like, you know, with the alcohol, you know, and drug abuse, you know, they have to realize that there is a higher calling, a higher power. We have to realize that, you know, like she said, know your worth, know what you're willing to put up with in any relationship. And yes, you know, it's gonna be fruitful.
His will be done either way.
Yes,
God's will.
God's will.
That's the will.
And everything that you do, whatever your purpose is for your life, and that's ordained by God, His will be done.
all the time.
See y'all next week, and thanks for tuning in to Keepin' It 100 with Money and Meka. And our special guest.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And cut.
Make sure y'all go
Make sure
subscribe.
y'all go get my candles. July 10th. I better see y'all at this pop-up shop. All
Well,
right.
it's time to go to Florida.
All right. Make sure you subscribe. Keeping it 100 with Money and Meka. This is just a little sneak peek, y'all.